Insidethemaze, and we're back with another dose of the Critical Breakdown. It's your girl, Ms. Mofilla, and come on, man. Y'all already know who is sitting right next to me right now. I shouldn't have to do introductions, but I guess it's part of my job and stuff. It's Women's History Month. So it's only right we got these two Zoe queens with us, man. Welcome Dutch, Rebelle, and Shellz in the building. Say what's happening.
What's up?
Are you excited to be here?
Yes.
We over here looking like In Vogue and stuff. Hold on to your love. Okay. Destiny's Child. But listen, we can talk about all the groups we look like right now, but I'd rather go over the reason why y'all here today is to go over this hot collaboration y'all got going on right now called Chop. It's the Critical Breakdown, man. Let's get into it. Let's go.
On a chopping block, cutting off these bad vibes, cutting off these bad vibes. You want a chopping block?
Now listen, we're gonna start with you, Miss Shellz.
Oh, what's
Since
up?
you started off the song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the chorus at the end because I feel like that brings
Okay.
it all together. You feel me?
Nice. And
I'm gonna give you the disclaimer. I'm going to quote you guys' lyrics like a whole asshole.
Okay.
You
I
ready?
will do my best.
We ready.
We
So
ready.
Shell started off with the shits, right?
Yeah.
Her bag of docious bags within the first 4 bars. It was like, chop you up, helicopter. This rap shit, shit, we doctors. We the best. That's a fact. Look at, do you hear this shit? Do you hear it? Run that check like a square box. Like
a square box.
okay, did you really? Like, but then I just wanted to quote those. We're not even gonna talk about that because I want to talk about the next couple of bars. Okay, you see how they're bolded. I want y'all
Let's
to see
go.
what I mean. But you know what I hate? Wolves out in sheep's clothing. Bringing me smile in your face, honey. Keep that poker. I'll hold them. Keep that flight. Texas hold them. You still stuck on old me. You still think you the homie. We gonna stop right there, okay?
It was a lot to unpack.
That was it. We got a whole lot to unpack.
Oh, wow.
Right here. Because I feel like, you got straight to where we were headed with this chop.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
And let's talk about the whole wolves in sheep's clothing line.
Well,
Let's talk about that.
you know.
Get into it. Let's get into it.
You know, sometimes you meet somebody and they're dressed in Balenciaga from head to toe,
Talk about it.
and their bank account doesn't even exist.
Wow.
They still bank out a shoebox. It's not the worst thing.
Shoebox alright. I don't know.
I don't know. It's not the worst thing.
But no, that's
But
real.
there be wolves out in sheep's clothing. There's people out there acting like they're something that they're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also just the whole innocent look or I'm harmless, but we know, God damn it, there's some harm behind that sheep's clothing. God damn it.
Yeah, there's people who, want to act like they can give their opinions. We just talk about that. How much experience do you have? 0. Okay. How much opinion? 100%.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, Shellz, tell us how you really feel.
The math is mathing.
The math is mathing over here. Okay.
So it's just like wolves are out in sheep's clothing, so you gotta keep your eyes open.
Okay.
Things are in the grass.
And I actually like when you continue to go and say you still stuck on the old me.
Yes.
You still think you the homie. I think that's real because I just had a conversation with a friend where I was like, people don't understand. I can still be that same cool person, but you have no clue who I am right now. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
fact, yeah.
You might have met me at this phase of life, but time goes on, and I'm gonna still be cool with you. I'm gonna still rock with you, but
That's
you
a
don't know
fact.
who I am in this phase
In
of
this
life
moment.
now. Right?
Yes, in this
Can you
realm.
talk about that experience?
People like to hold you to who you were. And it's like, allow me to reintroduce myself.
Come on. Her
Because
name's Shellz.
With a Z.
J.
With a Z, okay? So it's like, just, you gotta make sure that you come correct and you do what you gotta do.
Amen. Amen. Approach
it.
her in the appropriate time frame that
That's
you have
it.
met her. You understand me?
That's it.
Big facts. Now we're gonna skip
It's
on
a new
over to
person.
this Jim over here, Miss Dutch, because she followed up.
Let's get it.
Shellz through the alley-oop, but she said, I'm gonna come and slam this thing in the hoop and break the backboard while I'm at it, okay? So she also started off in her braggadocious ass bag. I see what y'all was doing here. I see what y'all was doing. She got real
Venting.
She got real chefy with it too, talking about chopping up quick. Julian. For those who don't know,
Let's do
the
it.
Julian cut. Only the professional cooks know about that. You know what I'm saying? Julian cut.
Fine dining.
Learn your cuts, honey. Learn them.
Early.
Then she says, come with thick little Nubians lines I'm saying right here on Fireside right now.
Let the slay begin.
I mean, okay. And you hear the next lyrics, let the slay begin. She was made to win. That's just, it don't get more braggadocious than that. It really just
I was talking
doesn't.
shit. We was talking shit.
You gotta talk your shit.
You gotta say my favorite.
But the bolded lines, this you see I gotta lean up when I get to the bolded lines. It's real. Okay.
That's spits them back.
Been slaying lemonades again from all the lemons they throw in, okay? Money tree growing, ain't got no time for your vibes. On an island, skin glowing. High as a Boeing, swerving my way through the lies. Round
that
the
bitch.
lies. Notice no lines, but lies. Okay, I love the way you do the wordplay, Dutch. I love the way you do it.
Thank you.
Because
I
it's real.
appreciate
Can you
that.
talk about how you have to? Because I mean, you've been in this game for so long. Everybody that knows Boston rap, your name is gonna come out. Dutch Rebelle. It better, goddamn.
It
come
better.
out. Okay.
That's 110%.
But with that level of notoriety also comes the lemons, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about how you turning things into lemonade, girl.
Yeah, that was really, I love this record because exactly, everything that we were saying was exactly that. But how yeah, you gotta turn them into lemonade. But my favorite part of that part, honestly, is kind of the example of how you do that. Like, high as a bow and swerve my way around the lies. It's like, yeah, you got, you know what I'm saying? We traveling. That's what we doing. We traveling. We in planes. We taking over stuff. I might be a pilot one day. Who knows? Like,
all over the place.
I mean, I want to swerve in the plane. Like, forget being on it. Like, we gonna swerve and do wild
Tokyo
stuff.
drifting in the air.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's kind of how, music and just being creative and just thinking of wild thoughts like that is definitely how I do it because it's a lot more fun than dealing with these motherfuckers.
Facts, absolutely.
Big facts.
Then she continues on, okay, and says,
Spit my shit. What she
yeah,
say?
spit it. Can't do me dirty. I know about the filthy. From when the haters might hit up your silky. Pull up in that white thing, hella milky. Coolin', bitch, you ain't from who you foolin'. You ain't fam. Who you foolin'. I'm gonna stop right there real quick though. Because, I always say this to you. Right, you know I love that shit. You know I love that boss talk. When you get in that real nigga ass bag, I love it. I feel it in my spirit. Because it's real.
Yeah, that's real.
Like, I'm cool, calm, and collected, but I can't get filthy if I need to, right? Where
know
people
about that.
might pop it. You said you don't know about that?
I said I know
was about
about
to say,
that.
Shellz,
She's
don't
up
try to.
in the big dog too.
I want to say, Shellz, don't try to act innocent on this show. Don't do it. No.
That's real. That's real.
But no, and I mean, you didn't mean it literally, but I get the sentiment of like, please stop playing because we don't play over here. I think that's is that the moral
That's
of the story?
absolutely what it was. That was definitely my and this is the part where I talk like a big dog. Like, because that's exactly what it was. Yeah, sometimes you do gotta, I might pull up in that all white thing, hella milky, coolin'. Like, bitch, you ain't fam, who you fooling? Like, it's pretty, it's very, sometimes you gotta just stop and give somebody like the full visual. I feel like when I'm trying to give somebody like the full adjective visual, it's like, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. You just gotta come with me for a second and see what I'm doing.
I know that's fucking right. And then continue. Because there's a whole running theme throughout this whole song. Shout out to the Zoes, man. Shout out to the Zoes. So till I go. I'm sorry, let me get that right. So till I go, that's the slogan, okay? Go Hulk on a bitch, and I ain't talking Hulking. You see the movement. You see this movement. It's crazy, y'all. I'm not supposed to tell nobody. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to tell nobody.
Oh shit. Don't have it.
You see what happens? Stuff happens when you be telling them.
I'm telling stuff.
It should happen.
Stuff start falling apart. So let me get that line back in. Go Hulk on the bitch, and I ain't talking Hogan. No scenery.
I wasn't talking Hogan. I was talking like the green dude.
Oh, that's what you talking
Hulk.
Right.
Go Hulk on it, and I ain't talking Hogan. You
Like
started talking about the rest of the dude. I was talking about the
The
Hulk.
other Hulk, because I actually low-key have a crush on that Hulk.
That's my favorite. Hello.
I love it. But anyway.
That's me, man. That's me Thursday through Saturday.
Oh, wow. Hey, babe. No, listen. We can kiki all day long. Let me get to these last couple bars. Let me see here. Hope we don't get it poppin'. You see my face when I said it, because I know what she meant when she said it. Hope we don't get it poppin' on this block. We've been chopping. And you know what? There's
I like when you read it back. Like, it sounds good when she says
like
it.
my
literature. We was talking.
shit.
I love this.
Like we were having fun, but I was like,
Damn, the breakdown is too real.
The critical breakdown.
Yes.
You feel me?
That session was
Like,
You
damn.
was talking that shit, Dutch.
She gave me the nice little.
The alley, and you was like, let me just break the backboard, Shaquille O'Neal style. Like, wow, it doesn't get more direct than that. But then y'all kind of brought it all together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on the chopping block.
All right.
Let's just stop right there real quick. Cause sometimes you gotta stop and let a motherfucker know. And I cuss, cause I meant it. Sometimes you gotta stop and let a motherfucker know. You're not exempt from the chopping block.
That's
Cause
right.
why? I'm
You're
cutting
not
off these
exempt.
bad vibes and these bad ties. Anything that doesn't feel good, I gotta cut it. Tell me some of that experience or how you learn that skill, because it's a skill. Some people don't have it.
Listen, it's everything. It's habits, it's toxicity, it's even like, again, kind of like saying the old me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're reverting back to certain things and you can identify that. You know, you and God.
Come on, talk about it.
So you gotta cut it off and really leave it behind.
And I mean, and we can get real spiritual. You know, don't throw God in my name. I mean, in this arena, because I can get there. You understand me? I think that's a big part. It is like a healing process, and a part of that is learning how to chop and cut off bad vibes. Creating boundaries. That's what they like to say in therapy.
Yeah.
Creating
Listen.
boundaries.
Real.
You gotta learn.
And I love
And
that.
I will
It's
say,
like-
the queen here, honey, she knows. If she can feel a vibe, honey.
Listen.
But no, tell them your experience.
Nah, but that's real, because I think that like what I like about the concept of the record, like when she, you know what I mean, created it and gave me the concept. It's not just about the chopping.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we get in trouble for, right? When you're
Right.
like, you're crazy. It's like, wait, but we're not. That's what I'm supposed to do here. We're at the chopping block. You know what I mean? And I think that's the point. Like it's the no one is exempt from the chopping block.
Right.
And you can argue that a chopping block is a judgment day. You can argue that it's what people, society, whatever. But there is nobody exempt for it.
Yeah.
And also what you said about like healing and stuff. Like you got to be accountable for what you are doing and what you're choosing not to. So sometimes like somebody might walk up from the chopping block. You might have put him there and we didn't even get to chopping yet, but you was there.
Right. Yeah.
Because for that moment you needed to be there. So
Yep.
for me personally, it's more so like acknowledging the chopping block as opposed to maybe before, and y'all know me, like it's just about the chop. Like I'm
Yeah.
samurai sword and katana.
And
That's all it was about. But now it's more so like I have a lot of respect for the chopping block itself.
Right. Just even
100%.
understanding it or understanding the need.
Because
of
that's
the chopping
right.
block.
Because at this point it's like I live there.
Yeah.
I built 3 houses.
Like
on
I
that
got my
chopping
coffee
block.
cup there. Yeah, like I got it
chopping
engraved
block
and shit.
is
It's
there.
decorated. You'll see my initials carved into it.
And you know what, dude? I think about that theme about chopping off and, cutting people off with the bad vibes. And then I think about the previous episode I did, shout out to Last Days, where he kind of got me together.
Let's go, Don.
Last Days checking in. We said it was like we're kind of like in this era of everybody cutting people off of if it don't feel good. But everybody cutting everybody off, are we going to end up left with nobody? When it's
Cancel
all said and
culture.
done, like, what is it? So there's a fine line. Of
There is.
finding that boundary that works for you, but making sure that nobody cross the boundaries in the same breath, right?
Appreciating the boundaries you set.
Amen. That's a
Yep.
word. Okay. We can preach all day about boundaries, but I'd rather get into my critique of the week. And this week, I decided to go with a theme because it is Women's History Month, so I had to choose a very epic women collaboration. Ladies first. Queen Latifah and Moni Love. I mean, it doesn't get more classic than that for Women's History Month. So I chose these bars right here. Because they see a woman standing up on her own too. Sloppy slouching is something I won't do. Some think that we can't flow. Stereotypes, they gotta go.
They do.
I'm gonna mess around and flip the scene into reverse. With what? With a little touch of ladies first. Boom. And I think we just kind of have to set the tone right now for Women's History Month because put some respect on what y'all do out here as female women MCs, period, as artists, as just women, as us, as women that we put out into this world, yo. So tell me, for the women that are coming up behind you, whether it be in this industry or anybody that looks up to what you're doing right now, if you could send one final message to the young women out here for Women's History Month, what would you tell them?
Do it your way and do it now.
Ooh, it don't get no better than that. We need a clip just of that by itself.
Yeah.
Can you send that to me in a voice note? Because I need that.
I'd do it. What?
Just send that to me in a voice note. Shell said what?
Do it your way and do it now. Yeah.
It's a slogan. And what about you,
I
Coach?
honestly, I feel like she just summed it up. Like that's.
We could talk about that shit.
I could give you, you know what I mean? But essentially, it's because what I was going to say, to be honest, was just like before you accept advice or before you accept direction, kind of what we were just talking about. Make sure that you checked in with yourself first on what you want, because no one can really guide you if they don't know what you was trying to do to begin with. But
they don't
that
have
comes
your
from
dreams.
doing it now the way you want, and that's the only way you figure that out. To be honest, you see what I'm saying? Like I said, the end, but it's like nah, that's the process. What you just said. So. Do it your way and do it now. That's a t-shirt, girl. What's
Oh,
up?
that's right. I just need to get on that.
Nigga like
merch.
do it your way and do it now.
So I was gonna try.
Put a note. Sorry.
I was gonna try to quote the part that you had repeated at the end in Creole, and I didn't want to disrespect the Haitian community. Nope, I'm not gonna do that to myself. The way I'm set up.
I said it, Mac.
Yo, you trying to set me up? You
I believe in you. You smart. You
We
smart.
want to hear.
This is how much I know and respect the Zoe community. I'm not gonna do that to myself. So
better
if
than
you
you
could
think.
repeat it for me, my love, and then tell me what it means.
Okay, mushet numbin, mushet numbin.
My shit, no man.
Let me see.
Wait.
Mushet numbin, mushet numbin,
Mushet, no man.
mushet numbin, mushet numbin.
Mushet, no man.
All right, now what does it mean?
Mushet numbin. So
Look, you see my
it
face.
means machete,
Oh.
na in mem, my hands. Mushet na mem.
So it's
True.
machete in
My
hand.
hand,
Machete in
machete
hand.
in
It
hand
literally doesn't get
translation.
more Zoe than that. It literally doesn't.
But to piggyback on it, but in like,
Warrior.
I mean, I would say most indigenous and
Of course,
the sword game, knife game, work game, that's our thing. So carnival culture.
Kupetet bulekai.
Yeah, kupetet bulekai means cut the heads, burn the houses. It's just a revolutionary
It
energy.
comes
But
from the land of the savages.
But the carnival energy, even I mean, when you think about it, like it's just a staple of our community because in the Negma, our famous statue with the Haitian dude, and he's
Rebellion
he
is
has
in
it
y'all's
at the
blood.
bottom, and he has the shell. But even cutting sugar canes and things like machete is
It's a day-to-day.
Right, it's a tool. It's not even necessarily. I mean, it's a
tool
tool
for
weapon,
protection
but it's
is right.
Exactly.
A tool for
It's a
protection.
symbol of outside of just like walking with a machete. It is like damn near saying like flag in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
feel
so,
like-
just for the people who just think we out here really like.
No, it's not wild. And you know what I get
and
from
shit.
that is like there's a natural warrior energy that
Very
comes
much.
from
Yeah.
all
Very
these
much.
those that I know.
Very
So
much.
that's what that
Very
represents to me,
Very
100%.
Yeah.
In my American ass way.
No, that's real. That's real.
I mean, our ancestors
It feels,
are
I mean,
from the
Listen, from the
revolutionary.
same.
Yeah, sugar, that's why I said sugar cane. Like that's why I'm like, see, because that's not just Haitian. Like you think if you really understand sugar cane, like, that's all the way. That's black. Like so.
Listen, not only is this Women's History Month, but we're giving you a little touch of Black history while we're at it.
365 days a year.
I know that's right. But listen, I want you guys to let everybody know, for those that are living under a rock, where they can find you.
Oh, okay.
She's like, what are you gonna say? We're chilling right now. By the way.
Shellzwithaz.com. That's SHELLZWITHAZ. You can also find me at Shellzwithaz on Instagram.
All of that.
I know it sounds like a lot, but there's no underscores, okay?
That's it. Shellz with a Z.
Shellz with a Z, but spell it out.
Is there a TH?
Yes. And
With
an
a Z.
Don't spell it WIT. There's an H. Okay?
It's important.
Gotta make sure we tell our people.
We also have a chop challenge going on right now, so make your video to chop.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Is it a dance or flowing? What I'm doing? What I gotta do?
Anything. You could chop off bad vibes. You could do
Your
a
best
dance.
up
your
some
best
You could be
example.
cooking.
Chop
You
up
could be
some
cooking.
veggies,
You could be
right?
doing your hair, makeup. I'm actually gonna do a makeup giveaway before the end of the month.
Look at all of this coming. You heard it right here on the
Hopefully.
Critical Break. She said, hopefully. You heard it right here on the Critical Breakdown, man. In touch, let them know where they can find you.
DutchRebelle.com. REBBELLE.
Are we still doing the kiss kiss?
Bang bang every day, all day. Right now, later, what you want.
What you wanna do?
I said every day. But yes, kiss kiss bang bang always. But yeah, new project out now, Money Diaries with my homie King Fire. Make sure y'all check that out. 4
Fire.
tracks of craziness. Just put out Santa Monica video. Bunch of stuff in the
Fire.
works. Fashion Week. Shout out to homie C Wells. That's
go.
out. With the homie Jovian, we got a dope record. Also, Dovey and Marshawn. A bunch of Lucy's that I've been putting out, but right now it's Money Diaries season. So.
Get to it.
And it's always Sharp season. So.
We working.
I want to make sure I give the flowers while I have you two standing in front of me, sitting in front of me right now. The visuals, yo, between the two of you go crazy. Do you understand me? Keep putting out that work. Keep going crazy on the visuals because I look forward every time a premiere drops. You understand?
Thank you.
So listen, if you're looking for me, make sure you find me, Ms. Mophila, MZMOPHILA on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Make sure you follow my website, MsMophila.com, and also make sure you follow Insidethemaze on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And while you're at it, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. And tap the notification bell down at the bottom so you know what's going on with Inside the Maze, man. It's the Critical Breakdown, Shellz, that's Rebelle, Ms. Mophila, man. Peace out.
Move just like a boss, in my sweats and gloss. Drip no balls, make that money toss. Eyes bloodshot too fast, cause I don't deal with the drama. Cutting them off like a katana. Sniping the snakes and the vampires. Watch out below if you aim higher. Locked on my back, nigga, more fire. More fire, yo. Who job blessed and no man concurs. Been that bitch and your chick concurs.